Surge in the number of challenges to books in schools, libraries, and bookstores. Joining us is Stephanie Reinhardt, the Hoyt Library Branch Manager. How are you today?
I'm really well, thank you for having me.
So glad that you're here. Okay, so what was your message at Hoyt for Banned Books Week?
So the American Library Association actually has a theme that they do every year. So it was that books unite us, not divide us. So we really focused on how the many diverse stories across our community and many other communities can help broaden minds and encourage people to relate better to one another.
Now, there is a difference between a challenge and then a ban. What's that?
So most of the time when somebody talks about banning books, what they really mean is that there has been an official challenge made. So if a person, in the case of a public library, a community member, or in the case of a school library, a parent or other interested party, if they would like a book removed from the collection or the curriculum, they put together a formal challenge, and generally they have to state why they want that removed. Books are only considered banned when, after a full review, they are removed from the collection or curriculum.
So why would you say it's so important for people to read and have access to all types of books?
Absolutely. So there's kind of a theory in librarianship called windows, mirrors, and sliding glass doors, and I think it provides a really beautiful visual. So for mirrors, it's stories that reflect what you are in yourself. You see yourself in these titles. For windows, you're able to kind of see into somebody else's experience, and sliding glass doors invite you, in a sense, to participate or experience, in the limited fashion of reading, another person's life. And so that can really broaden and develop empathy. Many studies show that reading develops empathy in children, and really any age that reads. So we can really learn to live better together through living each other's stories.
Very powerful visuals there you just gave us. So you have some banned books with you today.
Yeah, I brought just a few.
Yeah.
Most banned books come out of the children's and teens section.
Okay.
Generally, the challenges are made by well-intentioned parents trying to kind of keep their children away from content that they find objectionable.
Okay.
So I have one of the more popular banned books. This is Stamped, but Jason Reynolds and Ibram X. Kendi. They wrote Stamped from the beginning, which was an adult book. Then there was Stamped for young adults, and this is Stamped for children. It's a book about the history of racism in the United States. Talking about race and having main characters of color is actually the leading reason that books are challenged and banned in the U.S.
Really?
Yep.
Now, are there are all the books, when they're banned, are they banned from all libraries?
No.
Okay, how does that work?
So in the United States, we have really strong First Amendment protections that prevents most books from being banned entirely by the government.
Okay.
So this tends to be on a case-by-case basis in smaller sections, like a single public library system or a single school district. In some cases, there are states that are trying to make it more widespread, but for the most part, it would be simply removing them from one at a time. But removing access from anyone really impedes that intellectual freedom that the First Amendment is based on.
Okay, wow, this is so interesting. I didn't know all of this. Now tell us a little bit about any activities that you have going on, a message that you have to people out there about how reading really is fundamental.
Absolutely. So we have lots of things going on at the library. We have many book clubs going on. We have story times for preschoolers and toddlers. Please bring your kids, check it out. Get engaged in reading diversely, regularly. Read with your kid long after they're able to read independently. Build that fluency up. I was just really amazed. I was watching the speed at which your teleprompter goes, and you just keep up, which is fluency that many readers don't have. So please read with your kids.
I'm telling you, my parents stressed reading for me growing up, and I do the same thing with my children. They read every single night, put the electronics down, we just go to bed, we read together, and then reading by themselves. It's so important.
Both skills are absolutely wonderful. You're really broadening their worlds.
Really. Thank you, Stephanie, for bringing this information to us. Oh my gosh, we appreciate you so much. Read, read, read. It is so good for your vocabulary as well. My goodness. If you have any ideas on what you would like to see on our show, you can send them to us at 4 p.m. news at WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.